Welcome back, you ghoulish goons and apocalyptic aficionados. It's your favorite freak in the feed, GG Grotesque, the Ghoul with the Drool, back at it again. With the freshest rot off the Undead press last night, the 7 Days to Die devs dropped a monstrous reveal about the upcoming Brewing Storms 2.0 update, and oh boy, it's got more content than a bloated zombie at an all-you-can-eat brains buffet. I covered the basics yesterday, but today we're diving deep. World progression, storms, new zombie threats, skill mastery, and yes, finally the cosmetic drips that we've all been clawing for like barrels on a horde night. Strap in, slap on your chainsaws, and let's rip into it. With the Brewing Storms patch 2.0 rolling in like a blood-soaked thundercloud this Monday, the world of 7 Days to Die is about to get a whole lot more dangerous and a whole lot more rewarding. World progression now punishes you for exploring too far, too soon. As soon as you step into new biomes, a visible debuff will appear, warning you that your time is limited. The deeper and more hostile the biome, the shorter your grace period, before the environment itself starts gnawing at your HP. Burnt Forest gives you 3 minutes, the desert trims that to 2, snow is brutal with 1 minute, and the wasteland a measly 30 seconds before the land itself starts eating you alive. To survive, you'll need to earn Biome Badges by completing specific challenges. These badges not only remove the debuff in that biome, but also cover every biome beneath it. Got the Wasteland badge? You're now immune to lesser biomes' passive damage. On top of that, smoothies are getting an overhaul with new craftable drinks, providing short bursts of immunity for each specific biome. But don't rely on those forever. They're temporary, and the deeper you go into the biomes, the more you will need to survive. Home progression is also now tied directly to your loot stage. Forest loot caps at 40, giving you the bare bones basic stone gear and primitive armor. Progress into the burnt forest and that cap rises to 125, unlocking tier 0 armor and weapon crafting. The desert ups the ante to 165, giving access to tier 1. Snow bumps that up to 205 for tier 2 loot, and the wasteland removes that cap entirely. Doing challenges and earning badges will retroactively improve loot stages in earlier biomes, making old places worth revisiting, especially with the new wilderness POIs dotting the landscape. Each biome also gets its own unique resource profile. Forests are your early game haven for iron, goldenrod, chrysanthemum, and cotton. Burnt forests yield nitrate and mushrooms, deserts provide shale, aloe, and yucca, snow offers coal and blueberries, and the wasteland, lead, and a brand new creepy treat, radiated mushrooms. But what's exploration without a little weather trouble? Each biome now has storms with distinct damage types and brutal visual effects. These aren't just fancy fog machines either. If you don't have a badge, even hiding in a POI won't save you. Once the storm timer counts down, you'll start taking some serious damage every 5 seconds. With a badge, however, you can wait it out safely. Just another reason to get those badges early. And if the environment wasn't hostile enough, let's talk zombies. The new snow biome introduces the Frostclaw, a hulking Yeti-style horror that rips chunks of earth to hurl them at you with AoE damage. Close the distance and its melee hits are even worse. Then there's the Plague Spitter in the desert biome, vomiting locust swarms from afar and hitting hard close up. But the most exciting reveal? Radiated zombies are no longer the peak threat. 2 new high-end zombie archetypes are now part of the apocalypse: blue charged zombies and orange infernal zombies. The charged zombies are fast and they hit hard, super agile, and resist damage like the radiated of old. The infernal are base-wrecking nightmares, chewing through blocks like it's candy at night. They begin appearing at the game stage of 100 and scale up at the game stage of 1500, where their spawn rate is 100%. And to make base building and POI exploration even more interesting, all of these zombies and the zombies of old can now spawn and crawl through 1 meter spaces. Your cute little base cheese tricks? Yeah, those are getting reanimated and ripped apart. POIs and Horde Knights just got way more unpredictable. Next, patch 2.0 introduces mastery perks that unlock as you level up each core attribute to rank 6 or higher. These perks offer powerful bonuses that deepen build variety and open up new playstyles. While I would love to spoil everything for you, I'm going to keep the new perks out of this video and let you explore some of those when the new patch launches. But stick around so we can go through each attribute's mastery perk and you can start planning your builds for your murderous Monday at patch launch. Let's start with Perception Mastery. Level 1, you can now harvest dukes and cash from seeds, beds, shopping baskets, and carts. Car seats, suitcases, and clothing piles. This gives a passive income stream while you are looting. Level 2, you gain the ability to harvest steel from cars, gun safes, and shopping carts, making scavenging far more rewarding for late game crafting. Level 3, spear and rifle primary attacks now apply bleeding effect, adding consistent damage over time. Level 4, sprinting power attacks with spears deal 25% more damage, increasing your ability to burst down enemies. Level 5, rifle shots now deal 50% more damage across the board, turning sniper and marksman rifles into serious threat eliminators. Next, for the Strength Mastery, Level 1, all critical injuries heal 100% faster when you're holding a mining tool. Great for heavy-duty melee and utility-focused builds. Level 2, you have a 5% chance to gain scrap brass when harvesting ore blocks, improving your ammo production potential. Level 3, pickaxes and shovels now deal more damage to zombies, making your mining tools viable weapons. Level 4, headshots with clubs or sledgehammers have 50% increased chance to dismember enemies. Excellent for crowd control. Level 5, every kill with a strength-based weapon grants 50% damage resistance for 10 seconds, giving tanky melee builds a significant survivability boost. Fortitude Mastery. Level 1, killing an enemy will instantly stop any bleeding effect. No bandages required, very useful in extended combat. Level 2, after recovering from an infection, you become immune to infections for 2 real-world hours, making you much more durable over time. Level 3, fist weapons have a 10% chance to knock silver or gold teeth out of a zombie's head, which can be sold or looted for value. Level 4, permanently increase your max health by 50, and level 5 increases your max health by an additional 50, giving you a total of plus 100 HP if you reach the end of this mastery tree. Agility Mastery. Level 1, hits to legs have a 40% chance to cripple enemies, very effective against runners and jumpers. Level 2, handguns reload 20% faster, helping you stay efficient and dangerous in close quarters. Level 3, handguns now apply a bleeding effect, adding consistent damage and making them more viable against tougher enemies. Level 4 grants a graceful reflex that automatically deflects the first blow you take once every 60 seconds. And then level 5, fully drawn bow shots now ignore enemy armor and deal an extra 25% damage, which is a huge boost for stealth and precision builds. Intellect Mastery. Level 1 vehicles take 20% less damage and use 20% less fuel, helping with efficiency and travel costs. Level 2 adds a 25% increased chance to find books, magazines, and schematics while looting. Level 3, when reading magazines, there's a 50% chance to gain 2 skill points instead of 1, which is an extremely valuable perk for progression, leveling quick, especially when paired with tier 6 nerd armor. Level 4, stun batons only require 2 hits to charge up their electrical burst effect, and at level 4, your stun batons are now permanently charged, making them significantly more effective in combat without downtime and slamming those zombies all over the place. And for the melee swinging maniacs out there, the new Sledgehammer Slegde Saga book series brings brutal new synergies to Sledgehammer builds, power attacks that refill stamina, armor bypassing hits, and even double XP on headshot kills. You're not just a survivor, you're a blunt force storm. Here is a quick first look at the new unlockable perks from this book series. At our first volume, you'll get an additional 10% chance to knock down. At the second, sledgehammers degrade 20% slower. Third, power attacks weaken and slow nearby enemies for 10 seconds. Fourth, adds 25% more damage to enemies below 30% health. Volume 5, gain double experience from sledgehammer headshot kills. 6, adds a 10% chance to knock enemies unconscious. 7, sledgehammer power attacks bypass 50% armor. And at 8, it will refill your stamina with each power attack kill. This gives you absolute staying power and makes you super tanky going into any kind of melee combat. And now the part that I've been waiting for, cosmetics. That's right, dressing up for the apocalypse just got real. In the character tab, hit that dressing room icon and access a full wardrobe of cosmetic options for each armor slot. Scrap an item to permanently unlock its style. Cosmetics will be available through in-game progression, Twitch drops, and DLC packs coming later. Even food and consumables are getting a facelift. No more boring paper bags and pill bottles. Now you'll see stew bowls, canned goods, and vibrant colored liquids in your inventory, adding some delicious immersion to your survival. It's the little things that make the apocalypse feel alive, or at least fashionably undead. Last but definitely not least, wilderness POIs. Over 140 new points of interest are coming, with 96 confirmed for the stable launch. These range from minor caves to massive 100 by 100 death traps that'll test your nerves, your aim, and your build. The world of 7 Days to Die finally feels like a place that once was alive, but now is infested and devastated with undeath. The devs aren't just building a game, they're crafting a narrative with every collapsed burger joint and blood-slicked mine shaft. So there you have it, my dreadful darlings. Brewing Storms 2.0 is shaping up to be one of the most game-changing, gut-wrenching, and gloriously grotesque updates we've ever had in 7 Days to Die. Whether you're braving the frostbite of the snow biome, dodging locusts in the desert, or crawling through some post-apocalyptic fashion runway with your brand new cosmetics, one thing is certain. This game is back from the dead, and it's hungry for more. If you enjoyed this breakdown, slam that like button like a sledgehammer to a screamer's skull, subscribe if you're into surviving the stylish way, and leave a comment with the build you're planning to rock when the patch drops. Remember, if you're not bleeding, you're not looting hard enough. Until next time, keep it creepy, keep it classy, and stay spooky.